Forget the countdown.
Hello. Okay. So, oh, yeah. So Billy's thing was a success then.
It
Go
was.
about
It
that?
was. There was a lot of. What time did you get there? You got there pretty early.
About 10:30.
Yeah. So it was definitely like at that 11 o'clock point. It was between 10:30 and 11. It was popping. It was pretty good. Pretty good crowd. A lot of new young people were there. It was really good.
Okay, that's good. And did
And
you
all
end
the
up
sellers were pretty happy too. So I didn't hear a single seller complain that they didn't make much. So
Okay. Oh, it's always good. That
do you know
it,
that guy? Do you know that old dude who was next to me, Wayne? Do you know him?
I don't personally know him. I've met him at the show a few times.
Yeah. So he was next to me last. So he said hi to me a couple of times, because he probably has seen the videos. But he was talking to me, and he's like, "Oh, I lost a sale." I was like, "What happened?" He goes, "Oh, I don't take card. I only take cash. They didn't have any cash." And I was like, "Oh, why don't you set up like Pay ID?" And he goes, "I don't have Pay ID." I was like, "Yeah, but why don't you set it up?" I was like, because like I don't have FPOS or anything. I just get people to Pay ID me. So I had to walk him through how to set it up on the app and stuff. And then he finally set it up and he goes, "Oh, cool." So I tested it. I was like, "Yeah, cool." So all you got to do now is get people to choose Pay ID and then give them your phone number and it will come up. So this first lady came up to do, she only had a card. So he's like, "Oh, I have Pay ID set up." And guess how much his first Pay ID sale was?
Yeah, $200.
$1.
Oh, $1. How is Pay ID through the bank or through like an app?
The bank, yeah. So it's just it's exactly the same as just a bank transfer, but they just use your phone number rather than your BSB and all that shit. You just type your
Okay.
phone number. Well, you've got to set it up first. So you have the bank app. You got to set it up first, which just means like what's it called? Like when you authenticate your number and all that sort of stuff. And then when I go to pay you, there's like BSB and account, there'll be mobile or Pay ID, and you just put in the mobile number, you press next, and it will confirm the name. So, like, it'll come up with Sean. So, you just show him, "Is that you?" Yes. Do the transfer, and it comes through instantly.
Okay. I gotta look into setting it up.
Yeah.
I've
So,
had
set it up because
people
I
ask.
didn't have it. I'd paid people via Pay ID, but I didn't have it actually set up until the first Yarraville that I sold last year.
Yeah,
It's been 1 year. Exactly.
I've got the machine, so it doesn't really matter for sales, but
Yeah,
more
that's
just
true.
okay.
I mean, for you, though, you've got a proper store. So, you might need those receipts, don't you?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think people want a receipt from me, or I don't really need one. So
Yeah, but the more sales you do, the point of the receipt is not for actually giving a receipt, it's
keep
for your
track.
details as
Yeah,
well.
so that's how I kept. So every time someone Pay ID'd me, I would then instantly transfer that amount into my savings account.
Yeah. You really should get a separate account for it.
All the money
Cool.
all the money that I sell. It's got it with me here. It's all savings, mate. It's all savings. It's all towards
Okay.
the bigger picture.
The future.
That's right.
Ah, and do you end up buying anything?
No, I just bought stuff for Sarah. Really, like a pin. She was in the other room,
The
and she has the pin.
Aquaman guy?
Yeah, and his wife.
Yeah.
So my video that I did last night, I actually filmed a haul, but I didn't. I deleted the haul. So the end of the video is just me telling you about how much money I made. I edited all the haul out because all I really bought was a pin for Sarah, a sticker or something else for Sarah. The cars thing. I got a few, and then I bought some baked goods because she. So I think her Instagram name is Ms. Fanny. So I thought her name was Fanny. So I referred to her in the video as Fanny. And then I started thinking, I was like, "What is actually?" I don't know, because Arwen, who's the Aquaman cosplayer, Sarah was like, he called her Shell or something once. I was like, "Oh." So like, because I said Fanny so many times in the video, and I was like, "What happens if it's not a name?" I deleted the whole.
Hey, werewolf.
So, mate. So yeah, it wasn't much of a haul anyway. Literally, was just some baked goods, a pin, and a Lightning McQueen. So
Okay. And she liked the Lightning McQueen?
yes, she was. Oh man, I was impressed by it. I was like, man, this is pretty sick.
Yeah,
So
I was
Jada
when I
Toys, I
seen
might
it
have to
too.
get those Street Fighter figures. Might order one right now.
So I think I can get them through the supplier.
Well, they're hard to get. So the first drop sold out, and I thought that was it. But I know. Do you know Culture Shock Collectibles?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hit him up. He's got them coming back in. So I might just get him while I can because I think he's got Ryu back in, according to his website. I just really want Ryu and Ken, but there's a couple other figures I might want. I just don't. I'm just scared. I'm just scared. It's
Yeah.
another.
If he
Hold
if he
forward to.
if he knows he's getting them, get them. But I'll have a look and see if there's something I can get in.
Well, yeah, like future characters.
Yeah.
Like, because all I really want is Ryu, Ken. I'd consider Chun-Li, maybe buy some Cammy. Oh no, see, it's getting big. The list is getting big. Guile.
Yeah, I was
Guile.
gonna say you're not gonna get Guile and
Want
Blanca.
Guile. If I get Guile, you gotta get Cammy. You know, if you got Cammy, you gotta get Chun-Li. You gotta get Bison, you know.
Yeah,
Sagat. Oh, I
Blanca.
don't know if they released Sagat. Oh, Sagat's a good one too. I watched this thing. So I'm Street Fighter guy right now because I watched this YouTube video. It was called The Law. It was like called The Insane Law of Street Fighter. It was a 3-hour YouTube video. And I watched it over like a few nights. And it was crazy. It was like over an hour before you even got to Street Fighter 2. So they start with Street Fighter 2, telling you how big it was. But they were like, but to understand this all, we have to start from the beginning. And they go to the prequel games and then the first game. And I played the first game once, but I didn't remember, like, I didn't know Sagat was from the first game.
Yeah.
He was like the original bad guy. Like, I know that's the storyline, but I didn't know. Because,
no. So you're not talking first game as in first game because there wasn't really storylines in the first game.
no, but there was. That's the thing. The very first game that no one really has ever played. I played it once. I saw it at a time zone back in the day. This is when Street Fighter 2 was already big. There was a random Street Fighter 1 machine. So I played it and it was fucking hard. I think I was able to pull off one fireball in the whole time I played it. But the final boss in that game is Sagat.
Ah, we'll have to find out. It's on my arcade machine.
Yeah, well, fucking have fun trying to beat it.
Well, I did. I played Tekken 3,
Mhm.
and it took me about 22 minutes to get through all 10 fighters.
Have you been to Welcome to Thornbury?
No.
It's like a bar that's got like food trucks and stuff at the back, but they've got this really cool arcade. What's up, Mark? They've got
Hey,
this really
Mark.
cool arcade area, which is just full of retro games, right? So I played Street Fighter 2, the original one, for the first time in ages. And the last time I remember playing it, I remember I didn't get very far, but I almost got to the final four. I beat everyone except for the last person before the final four guys. I can't remember who I lost to though. I think I lost to Zangief, actually, of all people.
I know the machine has like 20 versions of Street Fighter on it. So
Dude,
we'll see.
Yeah. There's a members only video on my channel about the history of Street Fighter as well. Not the history, but the rules of Street Fighter. That was my first members only simple stories video.
Okay. The rules of Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Kill
back
the
in the
other
day,
person.
crazy Asians used to hang out at the arcade and there was rules. And if you didn't follow those rules, you get stabbed every game of Street Fighter.
Does not surprise me in the lightest.
Are we seeing your haul today? Is this what this stream's about? What are we doing?
I didn't get anything.
Yes, you did. If anyone watched my video, you'll know that he picked up the best thing at the whole fair.
Give me 1 second. Let's do this and then we'll think. I love Time Crisis.
So there's a Time Crisis at Welcome to Thornbury, and I played it with Tony. And yeah, I used to love that game, right? Like we'd get pretty far into it, and I didn't get very far. We got just past, the bit, it's like you're going up a hill and the barrels are coming down.
Yeah.
And you keep hiding behind the walls. We got past that, and then I died shortly after that. And then Tony kept going on for a bit. But yeah, I wasn't very good at it anymore.
No, I absolutely love Time Crisis. Sega Rally was never a big fan of. For
Yeah,
me,
I
it
didn't
was
like
more
Secret Rally.
Daytona.
Me too, Daytona. And how
Yeah,
good was it when they? So remember Daytona, the beginner's track was always 8 laps, but
yeah,
then a lot of them got modded up to 20 laps, and that was way
yes,
better. So much more fun.
yeah. And then the other one became 8 laps, the intermediate or
You see,
whatever.
I played the intermediate one a few times, but I just enjoyed going around in a circle. It was easier for me. I knew
You
how to do the
didn't.
little skid in the final turn. I got pretty good at that. You go from 4th gear into 2, and then
Yeah, you do the same with that with the intermediate track.
Hmm.
So, to make Simon happy, I'll show something.
Yeah. You should just keep it, mate. We can both be alien guys. Mate, $250, man. And you technically got it cheaper.
I didn't hear a word you said because
Oh,
I didn't have headphones.
$250 is a steal, and you technically probably got it cheaper. Or you got a bunch of stuff thrown in with it, essentially.
Well, I researched the pops I got.
Yeah.
I can sell them for between 500 to 620. Just the
What do
pops.
they have? Because they had them for like $50 each, didn't they?
No, some were 50, some were 40, some 30, some less. But yeah. So, and then this thing, we'll see what I do with it eventually. So, I might upsell it to you and Mark, which is in a bidding war.
Well, Mark's already got one. I wouldn't mind it because the reason
Yeah, but go.
I'm going to customize mine. The reason I took so long, I haven't customized it, is because I kind of enjoyed it for what it was. It was a Nerf gun. It looks silly. So, but now it just sits in my closet. So now that I don't really have much time to do anything with it, I may as well get it customized now. But if I had it customized, I would consider getting one that looks traditional if I can get it cheap
Yeah.
than what you're going to sell it to me for.
Mark said the same thing. Yeah, because he's just customized. He was
Yeah. He got his
contemplating
customized
getting.
straight away.
Yeah. And then I thought about getting it customized and selling it customized and see if it.
Well, that's what because Jin saw my post on Instagram and he was like, "You should buy it, customize it, and sell that."
Yeah, we'll see. I'll try. I'll take it to the next show with me. If I can sell it, I'll sell it. If not, then I'll see what I do from there. But yeah, so the pops, surprisingly, there was some that I thought weren't really worth much that ended up being worth a lot more than I anticipated. So it's a good little score.
Is that all you bought yesterday?
I bought some upgrading X-Men books just because there was nothing much else I really wanted. So I got to upgrade, I think, about 13 more books. And then until I find that number one, I'm done. So, but we'll see. I'm surprised you didn't pick up any random stuff. You normally like to get random stuff.
No, the last 2 times I sold them, I didn't buy anything because I didn't want to. I was there to make money. So I now that in hindsight I should have. There was Billy had this Harley Quinn cover that was like a Josh Middleton cover, and I almost bought it, but it was like a sketch, just like an.
White,
It was
white.
it was like a black and white sort of.
Yeah.
So I was like, do you know if this comes in color? And he looked up and he goes, yeah, there's a color version too. I was like, maybe I just hold out because I prefer the color. But you know what? As far as like a book that's just ink, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I know the book you're talking about. I seen you looking at it. I don't know if I've ever showed this, but I bought this thing for myself.
What is it?
It is, just because it doesn't stay. So it is comes with certificate of authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
It is a X-Men magnet. So you put a magnet behind your clothes, and it'll
Or like a piece of metal or something.
yeah, and
It doesn't come with like a metal plate.
no, it comes
Really?
with magnets, but no metal plate.
I would have thought. I mean, yeah, I would have thought. You could just stick it like on my shelf. It's all metal on the side. Probably stick
No,
it.
it comes. Yeah, so you got the magnets.
Oh, okay. So you can just pin it on. Okay, yeah. I get it. That's pretty cool.
So,
Are you going to start wearing it?
I honestly I didn't even know it was a magnet at first. I just got it because it was the X-Men thing. We'll see if I ever do cosplay eventually. If I do something X-Men related.
Who would you cosplay?
We'll see. There's plenty of people I'd contemplate, but actually physically doing it is another story.
Who would you want to Who would be your number one cosplay?
Probably Nightwing.
Nightwing, really?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I've seen you cosplay. You've cosplayed in my video on Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, but that's not like real cosplay.
It's cosplay enough, mate. Haven't you learnt yet from my videos? It's all about fun. Doesn't matter how good you look.
I know, but like if I was to go all out in a proper thing, like a proper costume, not just one of those ones. Like one of those suits, slide-on suits, then yeah, it'll be Nightwing. I've contemplated. I was looking at getting Cyclops for Comic Book Day, Free Comic Book Day, and then Mark didn't end up doing it, so I didn't bother. So, but yeah, I'll get there eventually.
But hey, I just found another $5.
Hey, you're raking it in.
Your money just keeps showing up. Yeah, what else was there yesterday? I barely got to look around. Like, I literally ran around twice, like when you held my table for me, just so I can get some footage. And man, there were so many people making videos yesterday. So I thought I was slick, right? So do you know there was a guy there that Simon was talking to, Spidey was talking to, and he was filming my table with a gimbal. So I just started asking him about his gimbal, and then I was like, "Oh, do you make content?" He's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I watch your video." He's like, he's telling me he's been watching me for a while. I was like, "Oh, cool. What's your channel?" And then he told me, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm already subbed to you," because he does toy content. I watched him do like a haul. He did like the giant size toy fair. He did a vlog there. So I think that's when I found his channel. But I haven't really watched him since then. But he gets tons of views, dude. He does G.I. Joe Classified, you know, those figures.
Yeah.
He does unboxing of those, and his videos get between 4,000 to 8,000 every fucking video he does on a figure. But then he does vlogs and they don't get as many. But
it's because they're the G.I. Joe figures, yeah. When you have that big name tied to your videos.
Yeah, but you got to be good at that too, because a lot of people would be doing that. For his video to be getting that, and so it turns out he's actually like a childhood friend of Spidey's. Because I asked him, "Hey, how did you know that guy?" He goes, "Oh, I've known him since I was a kid." And then he was like, "You know these guys who I went to school with?" He goes, "I was like, yeah." He's like, "Oh, he's like related to them." So, you know, all part of the same little circle.
Okay.
But he released his video yesterday. Oh, sorry, I released my video last night. He released it the same night as the event.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I want to get my video out because I always do my vlogs on Wednesdays. So if it's an event from the weekend that I really want out, I'll still wait till Wednesday because that's my vlog day. But because the event was on Tuesday, I was like, oh, I may as well make that this week's vlog so it's relevant. And I was like, I'll be the first person to get it out, I bet. And then that guy fucking had it 24 hours before me.
Oh, he beat you to the punch.
I know, but you got to remember, I also sold at the event, made money, had to wheel around all my shit as well as make a video. What's going on, Grey Man? You should jump on. Jump on, Grey Man. Jump on. I'm sure you're still in bed. He's probably just woken up in bed, topless.
Simon's more of a budgie smuggler. than a koala cuddler. Grey Man, the links in the chat if you want to
If
jump
Grey
in.
Man comes on, I'll crack one of my beers that I've been saving.
Okay. I don't have any beer. We have someone in the stage.
Oh my god! Does that mean I have to go drink a beer?
Hello.
Hey,
going, Grey?
buddy. How are you?
All right, folks. How's it going?
He
I'll be
literally,
on long because I've got to get on with my day.
he literally just got up. He was literally lying on his bed, and then he
It's
sat
10
up.
o'clock. It's 10 o'clock, mate. It's still morning.
Uh,
I've got some clients to show if you want to see them.
yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
This is a few that I got just recently. So a nice one from my Action Comics run.
Yep, Grey is
Got
down under.
A few horror ones on this haul. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, werewolf.
Give me 1 second. I'll make you big.
Black
Ah,
magic.
1 second.
Here you go, a bit of black magic. Am I the beast who walks in my dream? I don't know. Am I? This is a political one. You got Nixon on the cover.
Okay.
It is scientifically impossible that there could be a planet like Earth where most famous leader is named Nixon.
Some cool
That's the
covers.
title of this one. Stories to stagger the imagination from beyond the unknown. It's just like, I love that bombastic, crazy Silver Age net stuff. This is an unexpected one. Have you the nerve to face the unexpected? You've got some weird mystery tales.
Are these eBay pickups, Grey, or are they?
No, I buy most of my stuff on Facebook.
Okay.
You normally get a better deal. This seller's a bit pricey, but like he always gives me money off as well. So it's like, all right, go screw it. I'll buy them. Even though I'm kind of like, even though I'm still well into the middle of I'm not buying any more comics.
Yeah, that'll last a
Reiteration.
whole minute.
That was
I've
the
got another
first time
stack
I
on the
ever.
way.
The first time I ever came across Grey, the first ever Grey Man video I watched, he was like,
shocking.
"Yeah, I got some comics today, but I'm really gonna stop. Yeah, because I've been buying comics too much, so I'm probably gonna stop. So you probably won't see any videos for a while." And then every day for the next like 3 years, he had like a comic haul.
Yeah.
Not every day, but yeah, it's that's kind of my resistance is weak. No one has come up with like a comic buyers anonymous. You can meet up and have like it's been 10 days since my last purchase, that kind of thing. They need something like that, like an Alcoholics Anonymous, but for comic buyers.
You need a sponsor that you can call Simple
Exactly,
Simon,
yeah.
and then he'll tell you, buy some more.
The trouble is that they'll be fed up with me. They'll say, "Oh, it's not you again. Back off. Stop bloody ringing me up." Oh dear, what can I say? Yeah.
What was the name of that shop
too
that
many
you
nice
guys
comics.
went to? Sorry?
When I've bought them, I can stop, but I just don't feel I'm never going to be able to buy them all. So it's shocking. I so many to read now. I finally finished reading my Defenders though. I managed to finish off from 2018. I started collecting the Defenders run. I finished just this year, right at the beginning of this year, and now I finally read them all. I've got a couple of the Giants to finish reading, and that's it. 150 of the Defenders run have been read, and now I've got so many more runs to read.
So you went all the way to the new Defenders or the Secret Defenders, whatever it changed.
No, I've got that. Yeah, the original Defenders run goes into the new Defenders, so I've got the whole run from Defender to new Defenders.
Isn't that what Mad Spidey's trying to collect?
Yeah, and I collected it. But I stopped when it changed titles, like changed.
You stopped when it got to new Defenders, did you?
Yeah, I did.
It was an interesting run. It wasn't bad. It had some weird moments in it, and but overall, I'm glad I've managed to finish it off and read it. It had some strange bits in there, but it was all right. It was okay.
Yeah. I picked up the last one earlier this year that I needed. It took me a good 2.5 years to find them all.
Yeah. There's one in the run later on in the New Defenders. And it's like one of my favorite comics. I remember reading it when I was, I don't know, 15 or something. And it's a really cool story. And I was reading that one again. It's like, oh, this is really cool. And then later on, the guy dies. There's quite a lot of deaths in there. I didn't actually realize. Finally, come to read it, and like at the end, I don't know if spoilers for people, but some people die, and it's like, oh, I didn't know that. And so earlier in the run, a couple of characters die as well that I always assumed hadn't died, but you don't know till you read them. They've probably come back by now as well. I'm pretty sure most of them came back.
Okay,
but that's comics for you.
You know that comic shop that you guys went to together? Was that in Camden?
Not far.
Okay.
No, we went to the Camden one. We went to one in Camden, didn't we? We went to
a friend sent me my friend just went to Europe and stuff, and they sent me a photo in Camden. They said that, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the one that you guys went to. But now the photo is one of those Instagram ones where you can't reopen because it's stupid.
It was Mega City Comics in Camden that we went to.
Yeah,
and then we went to Gosh Comics as well.
Yeah. So, but did you end up getting Marvel feature for the Defenders 1, 2, and 3?
Nah, it's too expensive. Them ones, aren't they? Maybe one day in the future. They weren't on my list, and I'm missing the annual as well. I always forget about the bloody annuals. And
do they count?
Annoyingly, there's so many crossovers as well. Marvel, I didn't even back in the 70s they were doing crossovers. So I read the Ghost Rider. I managed to click the Ghost Rider one. I think that might have been early in the year as well. And I read the whole Ghost Rider run this year. And that, like, first few issues, this crosses over to this crosses over to this. So the first couple of stories, you can't even get the full story because you haven't got the crossover comic. It's like Son of Satan or something like that. And so I'm not going to go out and buy all the Son of Satan now as well. It's like, it's just too many.
The Defenders crossed over with the Avengers books for like a 115, 116, and 17, I think it is.
Yeah, the first Defender story. Yeah, a lot of Avengers in there as well. That's right. And I was like, because my Avengers run, I finished my Avengers run, but it's like 150 to like 350, something like that. And I've got all those now. But like, I'm not currently planning to go back and buy under 150, if you know what I mean. If I'm going to get more into, I'd rather buy JLA lower numbers, rather than go and get the Defenders lower numbers.
I keep tossing up if I do the Avengers or the Justice League once I finish the X-Men.
Right, yeah.
I've got a few. I've got like 3 or 4 books under 10 in the Avengers run.
Right.
So
I've got number 3. I think I got number 3 of the Avengers that came in a lot that I got. So I had a really good deal with that lot. I got Blinking first Batgirl appearance. Got Defenders number 1.
I remember that one.
Avengers number 3, and I swear I paid a really, like, considering the comics that are in there. A lot of the stuff I sold to Simon, them first appearances of whatchamacallit woman and Thingy Bob girl. I can't remember. You had the one that you got for Sarah, I think. Was that Spider Gwen? Was it or something like that? I sold you.
Oh, that wasn't the first appearance. That was just the first solo issue.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you also bought because you I remember you put some of those books. You had a bunch of exclusives. You had those Ninja Turtles exclusives, and I'm pretty sure it also had. I bought off you. It was like a Harley Quinn facsimile, the Batman Adventures facsimile with the exclusive cover. I remember buying that off you, and the Pokemon sign book,
and the Pokemon. That all came in that lot. That did. So you kind of helped pay for that lot, really.
Simon paid for the lot.
I paid for his Batgirl.
I got a bloody good deal there, I'm sure, on that bunch of comics. And there's a few sketch covers in there as well, which I sold for. I think I sold for about £100. But I think the lot. I think I put the lot for 300. I swear it was something like that, 300. And it had first Batgirl appearance, bloody well. First Defenders number 1, which is about £50 on its own. Avengers number 3, which I think, and also the Origins issue of Doctor Strange. So like Strange Tales or whatever it is. Number 115 or something like that. I can't remember now.
Okay.
So got a bargain with that one, I tell you.
Sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah. I feel conscious on the big screen now. Make us all the same screen. Unless we want to get some more comic books out. I mean, I've got some more comics over there. A big stack of Iron Man that I bought recently.
You're more than welcome to if you want to.
No. Well, you bought anything recently? Have you shown all your comic books that you've got recently?
All I've picked up since June is just freaking my weekly haul stuff. I haven't really been buying.
I haven't been. I saw Mark obviously. When was it? 2 days ago at the fair, but I haven't been to Big City for 3 weeks.
3 weeks. I haven't been to Big City since August.
Yeah, no, but that was weird. That was weird, Simon, because I watched one video and you was with Marks saying, "Oh, this is going to be the last one for a while," and then next video, the next day, he said, "I've not seen him for 3 weeks." And it's like, yeah, no, you was
that video was about 3 weeks old. So
yeah, obviously,
I take my time. Sometimes
I managed to work it out.
The videos I do with Mark are a bit harder to edit now because I do a members only version and then I do the normal version. It takes a long time to sort of do it.
Just finished my Doom Patrol run. These are the last 3 I needed for this volume 2 of Doom Patrol. And to answer Werewolf's question, I don't have many of my greatest adventures. I've got a couple that have got the first Doom Patrol run in it and one other one, but that's it. That's what I've got. I've got about maybe 4 or 5 issues of my greatest adventure. That wasn't really a title that I knew about until I started. So someone was selling it on Facebook, and I thought, "Oh, I'll have some of that."
Which run?
That's where I get most of my from. You get much better deals. I only go on eBay if it's something I really, really want, and I'm not seeing it anywhere else. Because people always charge you much more on eBay than they do on Facebook normally. Depends. You got some sellers they'll still try and get eBay prices on Facebook, but then you quite often you get like a bit of a relationship with them, and they'll give you better deals. Especially if you're buying a few.
Are you in any Facebook comic book groups?
Facebook just talking about comics, you mean?
No. Like, so as in, so do you find? You said you find them on Facebook. Do you find them on Marketplace or do you find them in comic?
Yeah, no. I find there are selling groups. Buy Comics UK's.
So down here, there's one. Are you in that Aussie Waffle one, Sean?
Yeah. So
there's one here. It's like a raffle, right? So a guy did the Batman Adventures 12, and it was, what was it, $2 entries? You could buy as many as you wanted. So I think I chucked in like $40, so 20. And like he does things like if you buy 20 spots, you'll get an extra 10 and things like that. So the guy who ended up winning was Conceto, who watches my channel. He shops with Mark as well. And he was like, man, he bought Batman Adventures 12 for like bloody $40.
He was at the London Comic Mart last. Is it October? I think, beginning of October. Someone was selling a full run of Batman Adventures, including 12, for £200. I thought, bloody, that's a good bargain. Because I'm sure that one alone goes for at least £200, doesn't it?
Yeah,
probably more than that.
Easily, dude. Easily.
Yeah.
Unless I didn't have £200, so I didn't buy it.
Unless it was like a really low grade copy. Then 200.
Yeah. Either that, or there was the decimal point was in the wrong place, and it was £2,000. That maybe that was it. I don't know.
Nah,
this was the one that I already had a couple of issues. This is called Strange Haven. This apparently is like this guy who made it. It's done 12 issues, and I think they went over about 10 years. It took him 10 years to get all 12 issues, something like that. And the first one I've got assigned. You can see the signature. Yeah, you can't see it. You can see the lady's knickers, which is just as good, but there's a signature somewhere there. There it is.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. You signed the knickers.
Yeah.
Simon was just enjoying the view.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad view. This is kind of I read the first issue when I got it before, and I was trying to fit it. I had about 9 more I needed, but he just give me all the ones that I needed. Plus, he gave me an extra of the number 1 because the first 4 assigned. First 4 assigned now. It's supposed to be like it's kind of like what's that bloody that weird TV show that used to be Twin Peaks. It's kind of like Twin Peaks, kind of style. I think he sort of he goes into I think Strange Haven is a village and he can't find his way out of it. That kind of thing. So it sounds like it's a good like mystery, weirdo kind of thing. So I'll give that a read eventually. I've also got 100 issues of Super Silver Surfer that I've finished collecting that I need to read. And I've got 50 issues of Blue Beetle that I managed to complete as well. Not Blue Beetle, Blues to Gold that I managed to get recently. So I've got so much reading to do. It's
you're flying.
That's why I want to start, so I can some of the reading done. It's like get some of the reading done. But I've got another comic mart in December, and Mark from Suddenly Comics, I help him sell on his table, and he gets lots of auction stuff, and anything he doesn't want, anything that he can't bother to sell because it's like too much effort, he gives to me. So he'll give me a box of low grade stuff, so I can have another crap load to ready. Yeah. Anyway,
When was the last time?
I wouldn't call it a bad problem, but it is one of life's happier problems, if you know what I mean.
You need to do an updated room tour, mate, of your collection.
There's no point showing my room, mate. There's like you look at other people's videos, their rooms, lots of lovely, beautiful things on the walls. Mine's just a crap hole. It's like literally.
No, that's
here is. I've got like a little pathway like that to walk into my bed. That's about it. And then there's comic boxes there, comic boxes on the top bunk, comic boxes over on the wall.
You had the double bunk, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I remember you did the room tour back when everyone was doing it, and that's when I planned on doing one, and then I didn't do one until 2 years later.
Yeah.
But you did one. I remember you had like the poster on the roof of the naked chick.
Yeah.
And you gave it
a snake.
Every kid wants a bunk bed, and Gray uses it to store his comics.
Exactly. I've always slept in a bunk bed since I was a kid. Like, just
But you sleep on the top?
Not when I'm at Lisa's. We don't have a bunk bed at Lisa's. If we did, she'd be top bunk.
Do you sleep on the top on the bunk?
No, he's on the bottom.
I used to sleep on the top, but not anymore. Top bunk is storage now. Maybe I should flip it actually. Make the bottom bunk. It'd be more for comic books on the bottom bunk.
It's probably safer to have the comics on the bottom bunk, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I do wonder if the bed's going to collapse on me one night. If I die in a comic book through the crushing incident, you've got to go somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather die by being crushed by my comic books than like having a fucking living in an old folks' home, shitting into my pants.
He died under what he loved.
Yeah, exactly.
Death by comic.
Yeah, I'd rather not, but who knows? Who knows how you're gonna go? And I'm kind of like these Spider-Man I bought. My Spider-Man, I've only got one non-box of Spider-Man. Is absolutely you couldn't get a Rizzler paper in between the comic books, and there's ones on top. And I just bought another. I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to put when I eventually get around to reading them? How am I going to put them away? I'm going to have to sort out. I'm going to do some box juggling, some shuffling around. It's just I don't know, problems, man.
Some extra short.
I need that lottery win so I could buy a new house to store my comics in.
That's a good one. That book goes for a bit sometimes.
Does it?
Yeah, the one with the action comics homage.
So this is a guy that I only recently started buying from, and he's got like a big stack that he got from somebody. Like he's got thousands of comics that he got from another guy. Like he's trying to sell it for him, and he's like taking really like cheap prices. To be honest, I only paid £1.50 each for these, so like 80 comics for £120, which is pretty good. I mean, these go at least 2, 3, 4 quid some of these, so I'm happy with that. He just wants to clear them basically, so he's sort of contacted me direct now. He's got my lists, and he's just like he said, "Hey, I got these ones from your list. Do you want these?" And I looked at it, and I was like, "No, I don't really want them. I don't want them. I don't need them. I shouldn't. Oh, okay, then here you go." And we made a deal. Originally, he was asking £2 each for them, and I was like, whoa. And then we had a little chat, and he goes, "No worries, 120 for the lot." So that's it. That's that box of Marvel stuff. Actually, that video's not out. Video's not out till tomorrow night, I think. But anyway,
I got an exclusive. Simon doesn't even give me exclusives.
What do you mean?
This is an exclusive, yeah. I think what you were saying, sorry, mate. I was kind of like a bit brain dead for a minute. I was like, what's this about an exclusive? And I realised you're talking about me showing the comics with an exclusive. Yeah. I'm slow on the uptake, mate. Sorry.
That's all right.
Did you see what Mad Spidey picked up yesterday, Sean?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Good.
Yeah, it's a good book. It's a good book. I want to know how much he paid for it, because I think he got a good deal on it, but still, it's not a cheap book.
Okay. It's not the one I gave you.
I best get my ass out anyway because I've got to get on with stuff today. Got to get home and sort out my comics for Cover Slingers. So,
Okay.
see you later,
Good
guys.
hanging, Greg. Good to see you,
Thanks
Have
mate.
a great
joining
amazing
in,
day.
buddy. Take care, buddy.
May all your news be good news.
That too. Cheerio.
See you, mate.
See you later.
I'll give you a clue. I won't say it just because I know Mads Party will get mad and be like, no one's going to watch my video now. But I'll just say it's a real first appearance. That's all I'll say.
Oh, I seen on Insta the post about it, but I just didn't I didn't have a chance to watch it yet.
Oh, so Werewolf knows what it is. You sold yours for 2, as in, so you had a graded copy. Okay. There you go. That's the kind of book that it is.
True first appearance.
It's in my opinion, it's the true first appearance, all right? That's the clue.
We talking Hulk 180.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Either does Werewolf.
Werewolf, just click your eyes twice.
Just put a dot in the comments if it's a yes and 2 dots if it's a no.
Yeah, I'll get to where 3 question marks. Does that mean I'm wrong or right?
He did get another book as well that was not massive, but a good book for his collecting. It's a good book. Even though I think so.
Let's do a quick slide through.
Yeah, let's steal all his views and just play his whole video on here.
Are you pressing me?
Where is it, Matt Spidey?
Mate, my Yarraville video is going off, mate. It's got more views than my PAX video so far.
That's good.
Yeah, and I've had my biggest jump in subs for a while.
I was down at 192, and since last week, this week, in the shorts, it's jumping up. I'm at 196. So
let's see if you can get to 700 before Mads Vardy does.
I just want to get to 200. I'll be happy if I get to 200. I've been freaking slack. So let's see. He's got a new intro, does he?
Yeah, I think E-Man might have made that for him. It's pretty good. My only problem is it's a little bit long. I don't like long intros just because, like, my little intro thing, mine goes for, I think, 5 seconds at most, I think. Once you get closer to 10 seconds, it's just like, man, it's too long.
I got to upload mine now so I can actually have them play before and after. Come on, Simon, you talk too much sometimes.
Oh, yeah. So yesterday he called me. So I was driving home. Was I driving home from the fair? No, yesterday wasn't the fair. I was driving home yesterday and I just saw a text message flick up on my screen for a second, and I could have sworn, like, because when you've got your phone open, it pops up down from the top and then it goes away again. And I was like, I could have sworn that was Simon saying, "Help me." So I called him, and his laptop was full, so he couldn't copy the video from his phone to the laptop. He's like, I'm trying to do my Yarraville video, but I can't because my laptop's out of space. So I have to fucking do technical support with him for fucking half an hour to figure out how to get some space storage back.
Does he show the bigger books at the end?
Yeah, they're right at the end.
Yeah.
The last 2 is all that really. Oh, he shouts you out. Sorry. Spoiler alert. Because you gave him a book there.
Yeah.
You picked up from the US.
See? And then you have the nerve to say what you said last week.
What'd I say?
Being ungrateful or something.
Me? When did I say that? When do I ever call you ungrateful? Who was ungrateful?
Not me. You said something and then I called you ungrateful. Come on. Defenders books. So
Yes. So I'm thinking next year, I'll probably make it a goal for next year. I think I want to do a CGC submission. Will probably be the only time I do it in my life. So I'll maybe select 5 or 6 books to do, but I'll probably get.
you want to do it as in for the whole thing of sending them, doing it stuff, or just because you want to get books done?
No, like, well, I always wanted to do it myself. I always want to make a video called, sending books to CGC from Australia. But now I've learned the process is not just long, but it's also expensive. I'd rather find other ways. So,
Oh, no, because
I-
I was going to say I'm going to a show next year and
Mm.
I'm pretty sure CGC will be there. So if
Yeah.
it's more about just doing the books and stuff, I can take them, put them in person and then get them sent.
I was gonna ask Neville potentially,
Yeah.
because he does it regularly now, yeah. Because I just
Yeah.
saw him post that he shipped off like almost 300 books the other day for
Yeah.
people.
It's because he's a facilitator now.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about talking to him about it. I just the main thing is obviously the cost of shipping them, and like like per book it's like $40-50, isn't it?
To get it graded.
Yeah.
Yeah. And depending what the book is and its value, it
See,
can
don't
be
you think
more.
that's wow? I don't understand why the value matters.
I don't either, but they say that there's the whole bunch of obviously they put more effort in for more
That's
important
bullshit. See,
books.
that's bullshit, man. That's such a cop out, man. Werewolf, explain it. Dave, explain.
Hey, dude.
Explain why you have to pay more for a CGC grading depending on the value of the book. I understand.
Oh,
I mean, I don't
Daredevil number
understand, but
2.
like I know you got to pay more if it's like Golden Age and all, but if the book's like, so I'm obviously going to send my Batman Adventures book there. But it just doesn't make sense. Oh, this book is worth this much, so you're going to pay us more for that. It's like, what? I'm just paying you to do the same job. It doesn't make sense to me. CGC's fuck, mate. I'm seriously. I'm
Is it
sick of bullshit.
Daredevil number 2?
You know what? I'm not going to send my books there. I'm going to send them to PGX.
Well, like, see, I get what you're saying. I find it also weird that you send in a book and it'll take 3 months to get graded, but they can magically grade thousands of books in a weekend.
Yeah. Now, did you check if yours was on the registry thing?
I didn't get anything graded, only your books.
Oh, you didn't get anything. Okay. So
Yeah.
you had the story though, yeah, with Bub. So he got a couple books. So he found out his books hadn't been registered in the registry thing. So he had to call them to tell them that. And he was just like, well, if mine got missed, how many other people's books got missed? And I was like, see, just they don't
Have
have
you
a
checked if
standard.
yours are there?
Sorry,
Have you checked if yours and Sarah's are there?
I did not, because I think you've got to be a CGC member to check that shit.
Oh, remind me and I can check. So Hulk 180. I picked that up this year too. I picked
How
it
much
up
did you
in what?
How much?
I got it with a group of other books, but I paid I think about 90 to 120 American. But it's a low grade. Remember I showed it? It's
Hang on, how much?
90 to 100 American.
$100 American.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cheap.
but it's low
Yeah.
low grade, but it's still got the stamp.
Very good.
So, but yeah. Well, if you like I said, if I go to the shows and I know CGC is going to be there, I can take them for you if you want.
Well, see, I'm a little bit scared of that process, man. Like, it's just, I mean, look, I obviously know they do a lot of books, they grade a lot of books, but just some of the nightmare stories, like Old Wolf had his books lost, yeah.
Yeah. So you saw what happened, and I didn't go through CGC. I went through like a facilitator. What happened with the my graded book and the signature stuff. So It's why there's no book that I own that I desperately need to have slapped.
I just think it'd be because, like, because again, since I started collecting, people are always like, you know what, it's cheaper to buy the book graded than it is to send it there. But it's also cooler to have the book that came from your collection to get graded too.
It's not always cheaper to buy it graded. It's depending on what grade you're buying.
No, it's the shipping that kills us.
Yeah, but the shipping, I'm pretty sure Dave can confirm this, but I'm pretty sure it's close to a flat rate after a certain level. So I think once you get past 3 or 4 books, then shipping becomes a flat rate if you're sending 10 books or 5 or 6. But I've never done CGC, so I can't tell you. I did Halo. I sent like 10 books to Halo.
And how long did that take?
This was years ago. I had them back within about 6 weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, the one that Neville did for me fucking took over a year.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I understand you're one guy, but how many books did you need to grade in that 1 year? How many people are sending books besides Neville, who probably has like 500 of them in line? Like, how many people are sending books to Halo? But you know what? Because I was going to do that too. When I thought about doing the video sending books to CGC, I thought, well, maybe I should do a video sending to Halo. But then I realized Halo would just the same, like, it cost the same amount to grade a book from Halo, and their website looked like it hadn't been updated since 1992.
That is true, but I think with Halo, you have more chance of messaging and getting answers.
Do you though? Maybe if you're Neville, because you're friends with the guy.
I've got his number. I've never had any issues. I've sent him texts and stuff.
Whoa. Hang on a sec. What's Dave saying here? You tell me you have to pay $800 to get a book graded if it's worth that much.
Yeah, if it's a 20K book. If it's a 200K book, you're paying $8,000 to get it slapped.
That's bullshit, man. So now I'm scared because one of my books is worth money, Like, how much am I gonna have to pay for my Batman Adventures 12 that I happen to have? Oh.
It's not worth that much money.
I know it's not 20K, but
so you think that if you're paying 800 on 20K, then on 2K you'd probably be paying around $80.
That's right. I know. No, it's not. No, it's not good enough. I want it to be $40 like all the other books.
So I can justify if they charge a bit more for like Golden Age, Silver Age, magazine, all that stuff, because it's different size books. But if it's just the standard,
how much is the book worth to me? Well, it's worth $600 that I paid for it.
Nah, but your book, I would say, would be, it's in good nick. So I'd say around the.
I'd have to pay for. I'd get that pressed as well because it needs a pressing.
I would say you're around the 1,500 mark, realistically.
But it doesn't care. Like, I'm not getting it graded because it's worth more. I'm getting it graded because it looks cool in a slab. Like I could not care less about how much my shit's worth. Like, and that's the problem. That's why I don't have any big books to sell in my stuff that I'm selling, because all the stuff that I have that's worth anything, it's because I like that book, and that's why I bought it in the first place. This is a modern book. That's a modern book, right? Mate, Dave, if you're on a date, I reckon you should pay more attention to the
to your partner. You don't want to get yourself in trouble.
And here he is texting.
He left me and Simon alone on our date night.
Yeah, I know. I was like, it's just me and you. Sure. I was gonna bring a rose, but I couldn't. I've got like a fake plushy rose, but I don't know where it is. I'm gonna shop with that. I brought chocolate for you, but like Forrest Gump, I ate some. Yeah, apps. Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah, they're just
I can understand them charging. Let's say you send like a really old book that's worth a lot of money, and you want to get it reholded. Maybe that they should charge more because you're paying them to handle your delicate property. But just I don't know. Oh, here we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Can't hear you.
You what?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
What?
Hi. How are you both?
Hello?
I'm trying to
Good.
resolve your CGC very quickly, and it was annoying me.
Okay. So are you reporting live from your date?
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
echoing a little bit.
Reporting
Though.
live from a date or what?
No,
Yeah,
my wife's sitting here next to me, and she just said like, just go and answer it because I was texting very heavily, and I was like, look, I just need
We'll
to
make
jump
fun
on
of
and tell you.
texting on your date.
So Si, it's very simple. Your book, anything under $400, basically is a flat fee. Anything under $1,000 is still a flat fee, but there's two different tiers. So modern books, you can submit them up to 400, and then there's like the vintage tier. And or if you've got a modern book that's worth more than 400, you have to put it into the vintage tier. It's when you get above $1,000 that you have to submit it in unlimited, and that percentage starts to kick in.
Okay, but who determines the value?
You do, but they will then. So I had one book last time. I submitted it. I put it down as a $1,000 book. They graded it at a really high level, and then they basically went, "Oh, we think this book's worth $7,000, so therefore you have to pay us $2,500." No, not $2,500. $250. So they can do that if they determine that the book, if the grade is good, then it's actually worth a lot more, and that's your problem. If you hit 9.8, that's when if it's a book that's like $2 or $3 grand, you then get moved to the unlimited tier.
It's definitely not a 9.8. It's definitely in the 9. And with the pressing, it could be a 9.4, 9.5. What do you reckon, Sean?
Can you head up Jay-Z?
What about Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Sorry, she started talking to somebody else.
I think you could get a 9.6 with a decent pressing.
Because it's pretty smooth. There's just that
Honestly.
little ding at the top and bottom corner.
What book is it?
My Batman Adventure that I bought off Dove.
Oh shit! Oh,
The one
that
I
mate,
have in the
that could be in the thousands.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Well, it's not a problem. Submit it submit it. If you think it's a 9, I would put it as a 400. Worst case scenario, what they're going to do is they're going to knock you up and they're going to say it needs to go in either vintage tier, or it needs to go into unlimited, and they'll charge you accordingly. You just got to have your credit card ready. That's all.
That's crap. Well, the thing is, I was thinking about getting Neville to help me organize all this and help me do it all.
All right, I'll tell you what, Si. How about you? So you can get Neville to do it for you, or how do you need it now?
No, this is what I want to do for next year. Like, this is a 2025 goal.
Mate, I'll take it with me to WonderCon. I'll get it submitted. I'll put it on one of my submissions, and then you'll come back to mine, and I'll just drop it off to you. It's easy. That's all Nev does, really. He's he just collates a lot of people's submissions and puts it under his own.
Well, that's what. Yeah, because you didn't just send off 300 books the other day.
Yeah, but mate, I do probably about the same on my own. So, look, we can just. If you want me to do it, I can just basically take it like we did. Like me and Sean did that time when we were at Heroes for you.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sean offered it to me before, but I was like, I don't know. My plan in my head was maybe I'll.
Mate, honestly, just if you want to, just give it to me. I'll put it in one of my submissions, and at least then it's hand carried rather than sent off. Yeah. As well, that's the other thing.
I was probably going to get a few books. I'm going to decide what I want, but I'm thinking maybe 5 or 6 books, and maybe throw in another one that I'm just going to.
Yeah, perfect, mate. The more the merrier, because you can have up to 25 books.
I've always wanted to,
I've always
do the
wanted to,
unboxing video where I get my CGC things back and do the, do the still only
The
35 cents.
unboxing.
I have my little logo over the grade. So,
One way or another, between me, Dave, Neville, we can work it out for you. Get it done.
so I just have to decide what books I want.
That's right.
That's a
Be
definite.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
yeah. I'll be going probably. I think March, April again.
Sorry, I would do this though. Next time I see you, let me have a look at that book
Yeah.
because I can give you a really good sense of what that's going to grade out at. Because there's
Sean's-
stuff that like I've learned so much about grading over the last 10 years, and there's stuff that you always miss.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's a good copy. It's just it definitely needs a press because there's one little ding at the top of it, and I think one near the so it's definitely not a 9.8. It's never going to get a 9.8, but I think you can definitely get.
Oh, I don't know. Even with a ding, you can still get it.
Yeah, look, you know what? I take that back. Anything can get a 9.8 because this is the whole thing. I've been wanting to do a video about my slabs for ages and just it would be more of a rant video with my problem with like what we're talking about now with CGC and everything. But there's two unboxing videos in particular that I watched. There was Tyler from Whack Comics and Comic Man Andy. Both of them did videos where they got their CGC books back, and both of them did the same thing. They're like, this next book I definitely know is not a 9.8 because of this fault. And then they revealed the 9.8 and they're like, what? How did I get a 9.8 for this? So I'm like, see, do you feel better that you got a 9.8 or do you not like it? Or, like what are you happier about?
But for me, it's the other way around. It's normally like it's a really pristine book and it's a 9.6 or a 9.4 and you go, why is that not a 9.8? Like,
yeah, exactly.
And,
See,
but I do have some 9.8s that have spine ticks, and I go, I'm not comfortable with that. Like, I don't get it. Like,
yeah,
Because
go. Oh, I buy 9.6s because I save a few $100 and I can never tell the difference between my 9.6.
Oh, that is the smart money right there, Simon. You just nailed it. That's exactly what you should be doing.
9.6 is my favorite grade because it looks just the same as the 9.8. You save a couple $100.
So I'll tell you, my 9.8 story is I buy 9.6s because the chances of cracking them open and then getting them graded 9.8 is probably about 50-50. So that's why I buy the 9.6s, because then you just crack them open and give them a press and away you go. Who's doing your pressing, by the way?
Well, don't they do it?
Yeah, no.
Oh, don't use that.
Oh, really?
Don't use
Get one of the guys to do it. If you don't know anyone,
I probably
check
should have just said, hey, Bub, can you press it for me and send it to CGC for me as well before you send it?
I can press it as well if you want me to. I can press it for you. And does it need a clean or not? It's not very white, that book, is it?
No. No, the front is.
The only thing you got to worry about that book. The only thing you got to worry about that book is color rub and spine ticks.
So color rub, I think that's what near one of the staples. I don't know what color rub is, but I'm assuming it's what I think is the around the staples. It's a little bit not perfect there, but there's just like a little. There's like a little bend.
Is it like faded near any of the on the back cover, like white?
Near the staple. Can you see that? Near the staple, near the box there.
Stop there, son.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it as steady as I can.
I want to give you the bad news. That is not a 9.6.
Well, I didn't think it was going to. But I think if you press this out, you could get a 9.4.
I reckon you get a 9.2, 9.4, but that staple there, like less about the staples. Just if you look at the actual staple at the bottom, like there's almost a staple tear.
Mm.
I'd agree.
Like it's
I
a
didn't
lot.
know
There's a
that.
lot of white. There's a lot of white down there.
Because there's a crease sort of up here, which is what needs pressing. But other than that, like, I mean, the spine's pretty clean, right? For this book.
Crutch shot.
If we get the lighting right, you'll see the top corner there. But anyway, again, I don't really give a shit what grade I get. Like,
Mate, it doesn't really matter. It's such a great book to own anyway.
yeah, and that's. I just think it would look cool on the
I just
flap.
think it would look cool on a flap.
You got to turn your phone.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I actually do think this. If you don't think it's going to grade very, very, I mean, ultimately, the reason why you grade stuff is either to protect it or to sell it, right? My view with yours is get a comic capsule or something like that, or a mylar, and just keep it like one of those clear mylars, and keep it like raw, because otherwise you're never going to be able to enjoy it. Like I'm more and more moving towards not grading books and almost like wanting to be able to read them.
I've got like 2 facsimiles of it, mate.
Oh, well, in that case, then you should definitely get it graded.
I think I used to be like Grey Man. I didn't care about books being slapped. I was like, why? Why would you pay money for that?
Why would you pay money for that?
Then obviously the longer I got collecting, they look cool.
They look cool.
They do look cool. They do, but you've. I think the thing is, you've got to have it. Once you said you had the facsimile, that made sense to me, because if I can't read a book, I hate it being slabbed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because if I got a way of being able to read the book, then I don't give a shit if it's slabbed, because I actually love it when it's slabbed because it presents well.
Yes, exactly. But that's why a lot of people get books graded too. They get their favorite book. They'll have a reader copy, and then they'll have one to put on the wall to look cool.
Yes. I had that dilemma today. There was I found a book that I wanted to buy. I put in a bid for it, but I'm like, even a low grade one is ridiculous money, and I'm like, I want a reader of it as well as. But yeah, I think the problem is when it's okay on these sort of like where there's where it's more mainstream, but when it's like a little bit more rarer and it's but it still commands a price, it's harder to sort of find those books online.
I wouldn't mind getting that book graded. A nice treasury slab.
Which one? There is no treasury. I wish they would do treasury slabs. It would be.
Really.
I love treasury books.
Well, there's nowhere to put it on the shelf, so I may as well have it in the tab of just gonna sit there.
Which one is that one? I can't see it.
It's Ali.
Have you got the Muhammad Ali one? Oh, I almost bought one of those.
I nearly did at Heroes too. I just couldn't work out. I was getting home.
Mate, what do you reckon the grade is on it? Because it's like that book is expensive now.
Do you want to have a look? I got it as an AOK. How about that?
Did you? This might be us.
Steve Whiting gave me the craziest AOK.
Mate, that is a wicked AOK. Given the price of that book now. Yeah, mate, that's brilliant AOK.
Yeah, it was this and like 5 other grails.
Oh, I remember seeing that video actually.
Yeah, insanity. But I've got nowhere to put this.
Hey, actually, do you have a bag and board for it? Because I've got bags and boards for treasuries.
He sent it in one.
Okay.
So, but if I ever want to replace it, I'll come see you.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought 100 of them. I've still got about 60 of them because I've only got 40.
We'll grab one off you, actually.
They're so they're like, and the ridiculous thing is there's people that buy them and then sell them on eBay because they know just how like no one's going to buy 100 of those things.
I've got 100 of them too.
We've both got our belts on. Is there something happening?
Where are you, Dave?
I'm in the Uber trying to get home. Sorry, am I being noisy?
Nah, you're okay.
It's very echoey.
We're about to explode.
Thanks. About to explode. Thank you.
So,
Where'd you
Sean,
go?
where are you going next year? You got any? What have you got? The what cons you going to? Are you still going? You got a Heroes, right?
No, I don't know if I'm going to do Heroes again.
Oh,
I'm
am I going to be the
contemplating-
only Australian over there?
I contemplating doing Emerald City.
No, don't do it.
No,
It's terrible.
yeah, but I'm not.
No,
just
it's
going
terrible.
for comics.
Hey,
I'm not just going for comics.
well, what are you going for?
Pops.
Stuff for the my business that I sell.
Yeah, but mate, you'd be better off like there's better cons than Emerald City Con. Like, although saying the problem with it last year, there was no CGC, and it was just very light on the ground in terms of like books.
That's Heroes was good, but only for books.
Heroes, yeah.
So like I need to be able to get other stuff. So but it's either Emerald, Heroes, or Baltimore.
Oh, what? Baltimore. Baltimore's good.
Yeah, they're the three main I'm looking at.
Yeah, Baltimore Heroes are pretty. They're both really good. They're both really good. I've heard Terrificon's amazing too, but I just don't know if I can do Terrificon. My plan next year is WonderCon, Heroes, Baltimore, and New York, and San Diego.
Oh well, New York is a very high possibility.
Yeah, New York's cool, but it's again, it's one of those. It's like San Diego Comic Con. It's annoying, but it's good, but it's annoying.
Because of how busy it is.
Just how busy it is, and just it's like the comic stuff is it's just all the exclusives. You feel like you're running around like a headless chicken.
I've
So,
even
yeah, no,
considered MegaCon.
No, well, that's the one in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Don't know. I've never really thought about that one. It's just I don't. What was the other one? I think there's another one. Oh God, I'm trying to think what it is. There's one in the middle. There's one in the middle of the year that I always miss out, and everyone sort of seems to go to. It's not Terrificon. It's the it's like Chicago. C2E2. Is that right? C2E2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one seems to do well too, but I've never really done that one. Never been to Chicago, so
A lot of the YouTubers do C2E2.
yeah, that's what I thought. Like that's the other one I'd consider.
For me, it's going to come down to what shows are happening when I can travel.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And then which show is going to give me the most stuff to be able to flip.
What do you mean? Oh, so you just buy the exclusives and go. New York. So to be honest, it's New York and San Diego. Emerald City used to have loads of exclusives, and they got rid of them.
It's not so much exclusives that I hunt. It's just rare older stuff.
What like?
Like pops and figures and toys and stuff.
Oh, right. So more collectibles. That's my point. You're better off at something like New York or San Diego because that's pop culture.
Yes, but New York and San Diego, everyone gets that sort of stuff. Like, if I need to be able to get things that are cheap enough that I can make a profit off. Not just get things that I'm going to be competing against 100 people at once.
Alien Nerf rifles for $250.
Was that? I didn't realize that was an Aliens Nerf rifle.
That was the best.
And where was it? Because I looked at your video and I was like going, I don't remember half of those stalls.
That's because you were too busy hunting books and running around.
You look for comics.
Well,
man.
mate,
Right.
I didn't even see you.
I know. I seen you for a second. I turned around and you were gone.
He was busy, mate. He's got an award-winning.
So who bought the gun? So did you buy it, or did Sean? Did you buy the Nerf gun?
Sean
Yeah.
cleared the guy's table. He said, "Hey, man, I'll take all of this."
Are you gonna flip it?
Yes.
You're gonna flip it.
Yeah.
I would if I didn't have that thing.
Where are you
I would've
flipping it?
bought
The US.
Sorry.
So you're gonna flip that? Are you gonna flip that in the US? Is that the plan?
No. I'll flip it here.
How much? But how much cheaper was that gun? Like, I don't know the history of that gun. Can you tell me
So
what
that
the
gun,
story is?
brand new. It's going for about $800. Brand new.
Is it actually a new gun or is it an old one?
It came out 2 years ago, maybe, when I bought it.
All right.
So when I got mine, you couldn't get it anymore. I had to import mine from the US. But luckily, I paid about the same price as what Sean paid for his. But it came out at $200 retail, and then it sold out everywhere instantly. And then people were flipping here for about $400 to $500 at the time. The other day, because I was trying to get someone else to buy, I was like, "Dude, that's a good deal." And they looked it up, and someone was selling one for $800, but it was sealed.
Made in 2021. So when
it was. Yep. Sorry, go.
when I looked at the eBays in used condition, they're selling for about $450 to $600.
I would put $450 on it if you want to move it. I don't think many people would buy it for $600.
Yeah, but
Was
I'll
it brand
take
new, or was it looked a bit damaged, or was it me?
No, the box has like alien acid on it and stuff. See, Gray?
Oh, that's why it looks distressed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's meant to be.
Yeah, so the box has the holes in it, like the acid ate through it and
But the
stuff.
Nerf Blaster has like the counter and everything. I was trying to sell it to Jake. I was telling him, dude, $250 is a good price. Look at it. And he's like, yeah, but brand new, it's $800. But if it's open, I don't want it. I was like, yeah, but look, it's got batteries in it now. It doesn't come with batteries. Like, that's your selling point. Batteries included.
Thanks for reminding me. I got to pull them out. So nothing happens to them.
Should be right.
So, but yeah, I'll leave it sit for a bit and then I'll flip it. Once it gets harder and harder to get, then people will more likely pay for it. So, give me 1 second.
All right, gents, I'm going to leave you to it. Now I've answered your question on PC.
It's the same
Good
reflexes.
to hear from you, Dave.
You too, mate. Very good to catch up with you this week.
When's your video coming out?
I'm going to try and have a stab at it tomorrow. I had a massive issue today with cameras trying to set them all up. I was supposed to do an X-Men 94 Panini sticker rip, and it just didn't work out. So, yeah, that didn't help. So, but I'll try and have a go tomorrow. It's either I'm going to go to Supernova in Brisbane tomorrow, or do the video.
What do you mean? I might go to Supernova Brisbane tomorrow. Are you in Brisbane?
I'm in Goldie.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm in the Goldie.
I think I get my flight to Brisbane tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to bump into Neville and tell him that he should, tell him to help you with your book.
Well, you or him, whoever, mate. I've got connections now. It's good.
Mate, seriously, I do so much. I'm literally, all of my submissions have now cleared. Like, I've got nothing in there. I'm planning not to submit until next year. But if you want, I'm going through now and pressing all my books ready for early next year to take with me. So if you need anything pressing, I mean, it doesn't look like there's much that needs. Is it got creases on the back or the front?
No, it's really just that top corner. Needs pressing.
Okay, I'll have a look at it. I've got a tack iron as well and everything, so I can do that if you want me to have a stab at it.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, right. Throwing a sketch cover while you're there.
Have you've seen it now, right? You've seen it.
Not in person. I just saw the. You showed me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I just launched memberships today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, my channel now has memberships. I haven't
Nice.
promoted it yet, but I'm going to do the first sketch show as a freebie for everyone and get everyone like a live stream and do it as a. So the idea is I do a giveaway at the beginning, and whoever wins the giveaway gives me a character. I draw the character live and then send it to them. I might do 2 on the first one, and then every other sketch show is going to be members only.
Mm.
Okay.
Because all the money goes to charity. Charity.
Have you had any members yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Look again.
Have you joined?
Gotta support my
No
fellow.
way. Are you reciprocating my subminion?
I know. Just giving you money back. I feel bad.
Why?
Well, the only people I pay membership for is Aussie channels. So I pay for you now, Whack, and Aussie Vault. And I guess if Sean and Matt's Party come to the party, we'll think about that thing.
Oh, let me have a look. I'm just going to check my YouTube. It's going to
You're
get.
stupid. You don't get notifications.
Oh, you don't?
No, I've never got one. You have to go to the monetization thing, and then there'll be a thing where
Oh,
you
really? Let me have a look. Oh, that's really terrible because I'd love to be able to see.
Yeah.
So you have to go to YouTube Studio to see it.
So go to Studio, go to Earn,
Yeah.
and then go to membership. And
Oh,
it'll
let's
tell
have
you
a quick look.
how many members cancelled, and how long ago they joined.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
you got yourself a little 12-cent icon.
Yeah, baby. You'll always remember me, Dave.
You're your first one. I think I was one of your first ones, wasn't I?
You were pretty early on. I think
I was early.
Party were the first 2, and
Yeah.
Tyler as well. I think was pretty quick on it. But Tyler's
Yeah,
the
let me have a look. No, I'm still stuck. I'm like a limpet.
Well, I don't really notice it. And I cancelled a couple of memberships a while back because it was always coming out at the wrong time. And I was like, you know what? I didn't cancel Whack. Your boy.
What do you mean cancel them?
As in, cancel memberships.
Oh, you can cancel memberships.
No. I'm saying, there's been a couple of channels that I was members of, and then I stopped. Stressful times. I was like,
Yeah.
I can only afford one. It's going to be Whack.
I can't see memberships. Let's have a look. Here we go.
It sometimes takes a little bit to update as well.
Yeah, it still doesn't register you. Oh no, it does. Here we go. Joined.
Yeah.
So now you're part of the price variance, my friend.
Hey, I'm a price variance. There you go. I like how you get hit with a name already.
No, I had to come up with something. I thought that was quite good, the price variance. Who was it? I was on a stream and someone was saying, don't use the price variance. But I like it. I think it's good. And all my icons have got different price variants.
Oh, okay. As you stay there longer.
As you stay longer, you get to become, essentially, you go up the price tiers.
Yeah, I've got change badges, like the circle changes color in mine.
I need to get the emojis because I'm trying to work out how to the emojis work.
Just create them in Canva.
Oh, in Canva. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, give it a go. Sean, how far away are you now?
long, long way.
We're trying to get Sean to get to 700 before Spidey does.
Maybe if I do some regular content, I might get there.
I have to say, the funniest video was that one that you did on Brian LCS's on CBC Awards,
Hey, for
and
members,
it was like, yeah, no, just when you did the video like that.
this weekend, I've got the makings of that video just for members.
Man, it's so funny, and it was so funny because it's like, so you got you two looking very professional, and then Spidey's sitting on the side of his bed.
Sean wasn't. It was me and Bo.
No, Bo. I mean, Bo.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It was you and Bo looking very professional. And then Spidey. I can't remember who it was, but someone said, "Are you sitting on your actual bed?"
That's where he films all his videos.
I know that's where he films all his videos, but it looked more bed-like than it normally does.
It's because I have a wider lens on the camera.
Oh, did you go around his house? Did you?
Yes, yeah. So I filmed all. So this weekend I've got a video coming out. And I literally film a vlog of me going to all of their houses and filming it, and you'll see Simon take 50 takes to do one line. So yeah, that's coming to my minions only.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's worth That's worth $3.99 any day.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna probably have to leave as well, Sean.
Yep. It's good to see you, Sean.
Good to see you too. So
Let's keep doing these Thursday nights. It's good. It's does it get you any extra views?
yeah, gets me views, gets me subscribers.
Awesome.
Just so you guys know, next Thursday night, me and Mark's podcast starts.
Well, what's your podcast?
So we're going to start doing like a stream version of our show called The Noob Absolute. And it's hopefully going to start next Thursday night.
Is that you and Mark?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So like a podcast style, 60 to 90 minutes.
Well, that's good. Yeah, look, I think, there you go. Sean, I've just done your job for you, mate. I've just asked him what he's doing, what's happening with your channel.
I was about to ask you, and you jumped in.
What's going on with Zars Collectibles and Comics?
At the moment, I'm just trying to get this show continuous.
There you go.
Because I've been working on the website for the business. Just haven't had much time to film.
Very good.
So,
Well, look forward to catching up. When's the next time we're going to all catch up?
are you going to Reservoir?
To what?
The
Reservoir
Reservoir.
Market.
Where is it? Where?
Just it's the same place as the Melbourne Comic Commercial.
When is it?
It's like a smaller version of the Melbourne Comic Commercial.
Yeah, but when and where?
December 11, 15.
Pop it in the chat. It'll make everyone.
December 15th.
Using this on a phone is terrible, by the way.
Yeah, because we keep echoing when you're in.
Well, I can't see it. Well, I can see you, but I can't.
Can you hear the echo?
No, I can't hear the echo either.
Oh man, we're getting robbed here.
So Sunday, December 15th, 9 a.m.
What's it
It's
called
only
again?
Melbourne's
Melbourne
Collectors Market. And it's at Darebin Community Sports Stadium, 857 Plenty Road.
So the guy who runs Melbourne Comic and Toy Fair, Nyan, he puts on. So the Melbourne Comic and Toy Fair is like the big show. It's like their version of Giant Size. Think of it like that. And then they've got the Melbourne Collectors Market, which is their smaller shows. So they do like a few Melbourne Collectors Markets throughout the year, and then they have the Melbourne Comic and Toy Fair, which is their big one, which they do twice a year. So it's held by the same book guy, but it's just a smaller version. But this will be their biggest collectors market because it used to be half a collector's market and half a kids market, but he's sold the kids market business off. So it's just going to be collectibles for the collector's market from now on. So it's going to be their biggest one.
All right, I'll see you there.
And then obviously you got Oz Comic Con the week before.
Well, you'll go there, Simon, but I don't think I'll go.
I don't think that's Dave's type of thing, mate.
It's
Unless he wants to buy books off that Harley Yee guy. Is that his name? What's his name?
Is Harley going? Does Harley go to that?
Sometimes he does, sometimes not.
I don't think he's been for a long time, pre-COVID, right?
No, he was here this year.
I feel like he was here
This year or
last
last year.
Near the
Like
front.
if Harley's going, but how does he get the books across the?
Something tells me he has a shitload of books here, and he just gets them out of storage to come to the show.
Very interesting intel.
We're not
Because-
sure. Don't quote us.
Because I'm pretty sure it was this year. I seen him before. I seen him at Heroes.
Yeah, he's all over the US. I've seen him a few times. I almost interviewed him the other week. The other time I was there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's got some good books. He bought a load of the Fantastic collection. Did you know?
Hey, Brandon.
It's not a cat.
So they're the two last shows of the year. Then obviously Billy is thinking to go again in Feb. He was telling me.
January 26th.
No, Feb 20.
I've got video proof. He said January 26th.
And that's Australia Day. The day before Australia Day.
So I don't
think so.
Why wouldn't it be? It's the Cup Day.
Yeah, I was going to say he's just on Cup Day. It actually works out better for him because everyone's off.
He said to me Feb 26. I think he may have messed up with you.
Well,
He messed up with one of us.
Huh?
But yeah, his is meant to be Feb. And I think the first reservoir.
No, the first Melbourne Comic and Toy Fair is in February or March.
Yeah, that's what I
Feb.
was about to say.
And then there's also
the
Melbourne
giant
Vintage.
Yeah.
No,
in
there's too many
April.
shows, mate. There's too many shows.
Because-
People are watching my videos and going, "Is there really that many shows in Melbourne?" I'm like, "Yes."
Because
Yes, there
Supernova's the end of March.
it's my
'Cause
birthday. I think.
that's the first big show I'm doing. And I'll do probably the Billy's and the Reservoir.
I reckon Supernova must be at the same time that WonderCon's on.
The
So I'm like-
29th, 30th, the last
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm going to WonderCon. I'm going to a proper comic convention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I make decent money selling at Nova, so
Oh, do you sell there?
yeah.
Yeah. And he makes more than me.
300. What was it? $323.
No, I just counted. I was at 360, but then I realized I forgot to minus the money that was already in my wallet, which is about 60 bucks.
Hey, at least he made triple figures this show.
Yeah, it's a slow climb up. It's good. What was the biggest seller for you?
Plushies.
Bundles. I sold a couple of bundles. I sold that guy his first comic book ever. That was a good feeling.
Yeah, I saw that. That was nice.
Yeah, that was cool. He was just like, "Hey man, so here's the deal. I don't own comics, but my husband collects comics, and I like Spider-Man." So he actually was going to buy the Gamerverse one. I had the set of the first Gamerverse Spider-Man. I was like, "Have you played the video game?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, well, this is based in the video game world." I was like, "But this life story one it's like the entire story of Spider-Man told in real time over like 6 decades. I didn't like it, but everyone else seems to like it, so he bought that. I
So
stick
you
by my
sold-
story.
You sold someone something you didn't like.
What? Yeah.
You s-
Well, I told him, I was like, I didn't really like it, but other people seem to like this. It's a good way to just to read about the entire Spider-Man canon, I guess.
Oh, did any of you pick up Absolute Superman yet? Because I'm annoyed that I'm out of town and I can't get. I'll try and pick one up in Brisbane tomorrow. Did anyone pick that up? Absolute Superman?
I haven't been to the
No.
comic shop for 3 weeks, but I'm seeing Mark on Saturday, so if you don't have it by then, I can ask him if he's got any.
Yeah, I might need one. Yeah, it's one of the last of the Trinity I need.
I'm not collecting it, so I'm not even bothering.
Me neither. I'm done with DC.
Really?
I haven't been reading. When I do read, I read indie.
Actually, I do need to. So did you see my video the year anniversary?
No.
No, yeah.
Did you see that you got Simon? You got tagged for my AOK challenge.
Oh, okay.
So you've got a package coming from me. So I need to work with you in terms of what it is. I need to understand what. So if you're not into comics anymore,
Well, I don't know if you in my simple unboxings recently. Once I got the Harley Quinn, and then I picked up the last few Jason Todd keys, I was like, I've reached the pinnacle of collecting. I've got it all. I was just joking, but I got
a night cat.
A night cat.
Night cat number 1.
That's an old book, right?
It's a great old book.
What are you showing, Sean?
I was just going to say, you haven't got a Something's Killing Children 14, 1 in 400.
Holy shit, Sean. I've got cash. Where'd you get that?
I got it from the States.
Why didn't you show me that?
I did.
What? I don't remember
Yeah,
showing
it
you
was
that.
with the stuff I showed you.
Oh yeah, probably because when you said 1 in 400, it's like I can't afford it.
Yeah.
Hey Dave, that's a good.
I know.
answer.
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening very intently.
That's funny. Anyway, I had to leave 15 minutes ago, Sean. What are we doing?
Sorry, mate. We're taking you down the rabbit hole.
We'll end it at that. So
Do you have an outro video, Sean? CSI.
I do, but it's not loaded. So I will step up my game. And what time are you going live next week if you do, Simon?
I think we're going to aim for either 7 or 7:30 around that time.
Right. So and hoping to be done by 9.
9 would be the latest I'd want to be on till. Yep.
All right. All good. Well, then I'll try and keep Thursday at around 9 locked in.
Cool.
And just do Aussie
And then I can
catch
plug
up.
your show. I can go, all right, guys, we're done. If you want, head over to Sean's where they're going to be having fun.
Hopefully, I should get assuming Rob has finally sent out the Aussie stuff. So I should get my C3 pickups soon.
I've also got a big book coming. I couldn't believe I bought this.
Okay, but you just said you've hit the pinnacle. You don't buy
then I
books.
realized, but then the rest of the stuff I can't afford. So, but this book, it was like a third print, which I don't normally get. But I was like, for the price, I was like, I'm going to buy that third print because it's still a book that I never thought I'd have.
I didn't think you liked Venom.
It's definitely not a Marvel book. It's definitely not a DC book either.
So an indie book.
Anyway,
Have you got TM Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1?
no more clues. No more clues.
I steal enough exclusives from him, Dave. So
Yeah.
he's got to try and keep them to himself these days.
All right.
All right. Good night, fellas.
Good
See
night,
you guys.
guys. Thanks for watching.
I I'll see you guys soon.
See you later, dude.